Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Expanse, Season 5, Episode 8. I'm glad to be back for The Expanse because I was not so okay, you know, at the end of the last episode. If you saw my reaction video about the last episode, if you didn't, I'm gonna put the link. You saw that I was not so well. They got me, okay? I'm confessing it. I'm honest with you guys. You saw it. They've got me. I totally bought it. I totally fell into that trap. I felt, be mad at me, but if you are readers of the books, you knew what was gonna happen. Me, I didn't know, and during that moment, I really thought that she was killing herself, but also because they did it well, you know. They did it so well, with Naomi telling us during the episode that story about that time when she thought that maybe she was gonna kill herself and she didn't do it because she thought of him, you know, she thought of Philip and how bad it could be to kill his mother, you know, the fact that she wanted him to still have a mother no matter what. But during the same episode, Philip betrayed her for good and told her, that's it, that's the end, I'm not considering you as my mother. Like, it was the final slap into her face. So during that moment I was really like, she's gonna do it, she's gonna kill herself. This time that's it, because now Philip is an adult and he doesn't need her anymore and he's not considering her anymore. So that's it, she's gonna kill herself for good. And I mean, they pushed the thing, you know, really to the limits. Like, she's going on space. Like, it during the moment I didn't say it, I saw that during the editing, but really I had that thought during the moment. An image came into my mind during that moment. Ashford, you know, when he died in The Expanse, that moment, his face, you know, going like that into the space, you know, all of what we saw of him during that moment, it reminded me that I was like, we're gonna see the same with Naomi, we're gonna have her dying, that's it, that's now, she's gonna die. I was not prepared for that. I never imagined that she could die just right there. That was too much, you know, my emotions were high in just some seconds. I was like, she's really doing it, she's really gonna kill herself, Naomi is gonna die by killing herself, that's too much! Really, my emotions went like that. And they cut the music. And I was like, okay, they are cutting the music so we can hear her final breath, something like that. And finally, we can see that she's going somewhere, you know, we can see where she's going. And if you saw my full reaction, you know, the one that I posted on my Patreon, I couldn't post that moment during the video on YouTube because I had to cut into it because of the fair use rules that I'm respecting, and also because YouTube and Amazon are not playing fair this year with the show, and during big important moments like this one they are even more severe and they are forcing us to cut even more into it, even if we are respecting the rules. So if you saw my full reaction about it, you saw that really during that moment I held my breath and I was keep repeating what what is happening? And I really, you know, understood that she was gonna survive and that it was a plan when she entered into something, you know. Before that I still had this thought that she was gonna die. I was still shocked, so shocked by it that I couldn't believe that it was a plan, you know, that she was not really doing it. And when she entered into the ship, you know, I was really like shocked and mad at me and mad at the writers also. I'm sorry I insulted you. Really, that was the first thing that came, but you know how much I love you, so I'm not really insulting you, you know that. In the contrary, you know, I'm admiring you. You wrote that, you've got me. Okay. Really, during that moment, I was shocked that she could have done that, and shocked that she didn't do it, and that I believed it, and that they played with my emotions like that, that I was really mad, like, you did that to me? How dare you? Really, I was like, how dare you? You know how emotional I can be, and you did that to me? Really, I took that personally. I was like, really? You did that to me? I'm glad that it was part of a plan, and that she's not gonna die, and that I'm gonna have her. I really couldn't imagine a show without her. I mean, maybe one day she's gonna die. With this show, we never know, really. So maybe one day, but not now, not like that. I need to be prepared for that. I need to have clues about it, you know, before it's gonna happen. It can't happen just like that. It's too sudden. It's... You know, I can't. When they killed Ashford, we knew it was coming, you know, we were prepared for that. I'm glad. She didn't die, she's not gonna die, I'm glad. She's not gonna be okay just like that, no, after what she did. I know that she put something into her, like the same thing that Monica had during this episode, you know, with Alden and wasn't Taiko, I think so. Okay, she put something into her like that, like the thing that Monica had, so she's gonna come back. But she's not gonna be so well, you know. I'm worried about the consequences, you know, about what she did. We know that the writers of the books and the show, they are really thinking about that, you know. They are not doing something just like that and that's it, we are moving on, we're not talking about it anymore. No, things, they have consequences. So I'm afraid about the consequences of that, you know, of that moment, that action. Can we have news about Chris Wren, about Amos and Peaches? They were not, you know, during the last episode, and I want to have news about them during each episode. Okay, same for Drummer, and I'm worried also for Amos and Peaches because of the fact that now they are still on Earth and they want to go back to Baltimore, but we know that Amos is not supposed to go back to Baltimore. Eric said really something about that, like, if you're coming back, I'm gonna kill you. I'm worried about that, and I'm worried also for Peaches. I'm not sure that Baltimore is really a place for her. We saw that it was not a good place. I know that now with all of the explosions, you know, that happened on Earth, maybe things changed, and that man, you know, into the forest, he said something about that, like Baltimore is like the other cities of this country. Now everyone is just trying to survive, you know. He said something like, okay, the situation changed everywhere. I don't know, I really don't know, but I'm glad. It means that we're gonna see Eric, and I'm glad that it was not just for one episode that we saw him, because he can be an interesting character for Amos, of course, because of their story. Not just because of their story, but because of their relationship, you know. I thought that it was an interesting one. At first I thought that it was really a brother relationship, you know, that they were related. And you explained that on the comments to me, like, no, they are friends. You know, for what they talked to each other, the memories that they have together, and, you know, the ideas, the dreams that they had together when they were kids, all of that, it's making me think that they are brothers, you know. You can have brothers because of your blood, and you can have brothers because of your story, because of your past, because of what you lived with someone when it's really intense and important and for a long time. These persons, they are like your brothers and sisters also. For me, is Amos' brother no matter what. But I thought, you know, of Amos' family during the time that I read the book 1. I finally finished it. I made a thread on Twitter about that if you can be interested by it. And during that reading, there is a phrase, there is a sentence that Amos is saying about Naomi, like, she's like my sister, but she's more clever than my sister. I don't know if it's a translation in French which is wrong, but it's really giving the impression that Amos has a sister. That's weird, no? Don't tell me in the comments if it's right or wrong, you know, because if he really has a sister, I want to be surprised by that, you know, during the episodes. I want to discover that watching the show, but I thought that it was weird. I think that I have to blame the translation for that, you know, the French translation. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now and let's go for this episode. Again, if you don't know that, I created a Patreon, so I'm putting the extended or full reaction parts of my videos on this Patreon. For the episode 7, I put my full reaction part, and for this one, I don't know. If it's a big important episode and I'm reacting a lot during it, I'm gonna put my full reaction video, if not my extended reaction video. And when I'm saying extended, you know, it's the video, the episode after my first editing of it. So it's 5 or sometimes 10 minutes longer than what I'm really posting in YouTube, because of the fact that I'm respecting the fair use rules in YouTube, and also because of the fact that sometimes the fair use rules are not enough and I'm forced to cut and cut and cut and cut again in videos. And you have videos and you have reaction videos, but just know that it's not the ones that I prepared to you at first. Not at all. For that, you have to go on my Patreon to have the real videos that I wanted to give to you. Oh! I don't have any tissues. I don't want to move, you know. I'm feeling okay and all. I hope that I'm gonna be alright. Ah! Back on Earth, it means Amos and Peaches.
You get your appetite back.
Your face is more expressive.
I can smell again, reminds me of one of the side effects of the walk.
People are under that thing. Why and how?
Some kind of old people, so the ones who could manage to leave probably did.
I hope this was an act of kindness.
Maybe it was.
They killed them because they couldn't leave?
It's the safest place for us that I can think of.
Baltimore is the safest place for you?
At least for a while. If you know we can hit your other one, don't hold back.
Do you know where we might find a shoot?
Someone's trying to stop out. Oh no. Tell me how you're all the time.
She didn't?
Someone knocked her out.
You're gonna say she did?
Went outside.
You know that she didn't.
She didn't have to kill Sean. She didn't kill him, you did.
Come on, Philip! Blame me, but I still have hope for the kid. I don't think that he can switch, but maybe he can help. I'm mad at you, Naomi, really! Oh, I'm not gonna be mad at you for a long time. Naomi! I knew that you were not gonna be alright after what you did, but that much? What can she do? I'm searching. People? Huh? I don't understand. She didn't send it?
Flying course for the Razorback. We'll have to know we're on our way. What do you think he's gonna have Molly Green because he can't find her?
I don't know if that's an option for him.
Well, he's
No, Alden is not gonna give up. Because he's Alden. He's not giving up, you know, unless people that he loves are in danger because of what he's doing.
Anything larger than these should be stored under the vault of the Mortain.
I'm missing you in each episode. Why you're not?
Never seen so many dead bodies in one ship before.
They look like they were affection. They were.
That's nothing to do with us.
How can you act like this? Marco kills those who divide him and we pick the bodies clean.
And you're okay with that? Dreamer, I know you're not. You're an ambitious girl, for sure.
Why did Marco attack them? You mean why did we? They are all Free Navy now.
They attacked us. Betako Belaya got the same offer to join the Free Navy as you did. Let them go in peace.
Mm.
And then they hijacked 2 skiffs out of series, loyal to us.
They're not gonna accept Baltars who are not with them. If you are not with them, you are against them. Please be good at this position. I appreciated you. Your first discussion with Chris Ryan.
As your Secretary General, what I lack in experience, I will more than make up for in passion. Former Secretary General Cristina Gassarella and Admiral Felix Delgado were directly responsible for enabling our forces to beat back the attack. The planet is forever indebted to them, and I am honored to have them at my side.
See, I already appreciate you.
These are times that will try our souls. But make no mistake, we will prevail. We must. And this journey will not end until we are victorious. The future of this planet, the future of humanity demands it.
You know how to speak. You are on board, you seem to be a good man, but still, you're a good politic. You're already at Eric's place? Tequila, tequila, a lot of tequila, Eric. This is the first thing that you want to say? Always so dramatic, Eric.
Only you can survive an asteroid attack and then willingly walk into a more dangerous situation. Who the hell is this?
Peaches,
Be nice.
Clarissa,
we're here to help you.
have you heard of Nagasaki Island? Jules Pierre Mao. That's my father.
Jules Pierre Mao.
Yes, that one.
I thought that he was an interesting character. I wouldn't be mad, you know, to have news about
Why the
him.
fuck would I want to leave?
This place was a shithole before it was underwater. It's not gonna get any better. How long do you think you and your crew can hold up here?
As long as we have to.
You're not gonna make it.
Fuck you, Timmy. I carved my place out of the fucking skin of Baltimore.
I know what it's like to lose everything.
We're not talking about a handbag, princess.
About the
He
people
could
who
lose
still alive.
power, a lot
So
of
he could still be
people,
there.
his place, his
I
role,
thought she was crazy.
all of his life.
The person I was. Dead.
After the rock hit, I came up here to watch.
Starting over isn't always bad.
Amos is really like... Can we,
So are you in?
can we have the answer already? Can we end that discussion?
Good. It's a long trip. I saw a case of that tequila.
But we have no information on Marco Inaros' location.
What about the Martians? Do they have any leads on his whereabouts?
Their intelligence is compromised until we definitively know who supplied Inaros with these warships.
Inaros is heading towards the outer planets. Destroying the ring might be his next objective.
Destroying it or using it? He needs the resources, you know, of the other planets, of the Baltars and all.
We seem to be waiting for Inaros to make his next move, instead of us making our first one fresh.
I love how you are thinking.
Now the station is the one I think we should focus on. Inaros has roots there. The station is a refinery, fuel provider.
How many Belters are on that station?
Between 9 and 13,000.
Can you give us an estimate of how many are actual Inaros loyalists?
Thank you, you're not gonna attack?
So the majority of casualties could still be innocent civilians.
Yes!
Millions and counting at ours that they can strike.
The Baltars who didn't join Marco are gonna join him if you're attacking Palace.
If we start murdering innocent Belters, we'll radicalize every Belter who does not support Inaros. Then
I just said that! I love you, Chrisman.
we'll be fighting
You're reading in my
inside
mind. Oh, Naomi! That's it, I'm not mad at you anymore. Can you use something? Okay, I don't know. Ew! Pain in your heart, pain in your body. I know my heart is... That's like...